was pretty good. Yeah, it's good to be in Finland again.
So you like it?
Of course. Well, I like to skate, so anywhere, anytime.
Okay, what was the level of skating? What do you think about Finnish skaters and the ramps that they were built?
Oh, the ramps were good. I think the skaters, skaters were good. There was a good turnout. The crowd was really into it, so I think it was a good event.
Yeah, thank you. Any last words?
Well, skate for fun, self-expression, and don't be afraid to be an individual. Stand strong.
Strong words from strong man.
Yeah, no problem. Take care. Are you traveling a lot after this?
I'm supposed to go to Japan.
You're supposed to go, but now you're not?
Yeah, I'm going in 2 weeks.
I'm going to Finland on Wednesday.
Oh yeah, I went there last year. That's fun.
Hey Mike, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Wondering if you wouldn't mind just a couple of real quick questions.
No problem.
Great. Today you were pretty aggressive out there. You always continue to play that way?
Well, yeah, skateboarding has always been an aggressive pursuit. I mean, it's, I've never really gone about it, technically or, the more finesse side of it. I really like to skate hard and go big and take chances. Well, when I was 14 years old, I discovered skateboarding, and that was probably the most important thing that ever happened in my life. Because at that moment, and for the first time in my life at that moment, I had purpose, meaning, and direction in my life. And it's really hard to say where I would have gone or what would have happened to me without that discovery. 20th, dude. I got 19th though. Hey, remember that year we first and second? Now we're 19th and 20th.
You guys still rolling after a lot of years.
Be good? I don't know. I probably won't see you until Europe or something. Yeah, I'm going to Finland and Woodward.
Maybe sometime in June.
See you in Europe.
All right, man. Have a good one.
All the pro skateboarders like never see each other in the summer, except for at contests. Winter time, we'll go straight.
Yeah.
Before she passed away, said, son, when I'm gone, don't forget to pray, 'cause there'll be hard times. Hard times, oh yeah, yeah. Who knows better than I?
Your names first. Mike V.
Bam.
Those are good names.
Why do you guys do this? For the money, for the thrill, or to get chicks?
For fun, for personal enjoyment.
I do contests for the money. I skate for fun.
That's honest.
Hard times, oh yeah, yeah. Who knows? I will have anything I.
All right, here we go. Jacked up knees, jet lag, diarrhea, but it's the big contest run. Gotta suck it up. This music sucks. Now watch me blow it. Call out the music and you blow it. What? Come on, dude. DJ should be quicker than that. What is it? I don't even know what the f is. Back to the top. Thanks, Rick. I really appreciate that. Say a little louder.
That's so rad.
Thanks, man.
Hey, give me a beer noogie.
I don't know how.
Beer noogie. Love noogie. Beer noogie.
Oh. All right, here goes Big Bam. Oh, little. Uh-oh, missed the K-grind. This is it again. I'm gonna beat him. Uh-oh, made the nollie. Nollie 3. Nice try, buddy. Did you have a good first run? Oh, no? How has it been? We just did a contest also. That's the first thing. And that was really great. And this is the first stop of our tour.
Hey guys, I'm gonna skate some more. I'll sign when I'm done skating. You wanna tell them that?
I like it a lot. This is the kind of stuff I grew up skateboarding. Wooden ramps. It feels, for lack of a better word, like this is skateboarding to me. I prefer this over the big arena with doing the big show. Who wants it? No. This guy right here. I think it was boredom. I grew up in a town where there wasn't a whole lot going on, not a whole lot to do, and I think my options at that time as a young person were basically the only options I had was to find trouble, and I luckily found skateboarding instead, and I think it saved me from a lot of problems I could have gotten into.
you've been all around the world. So how do you feel like Finland compared with other places? Because it's kind of new thing, though.
Is it? I don't know. I don't know that it is. It's skateboarding is always sort of been underground. It's not, you know, you don't really see it. I mean, it's very popular now. So people like yourself, newspaper might, you know, you'll be doing a story on it now. But it's always been there, you know, and it will always be there. But the scene here in Finland is comparable to anywhere else in the world. You know, skill-wise, you have one of the best skateboarders in the world comes from Finland, Arto Sari. So it's, you know, you guys are right there with everybody else.
Artist out, cracked his head, out cold, trying to wake him up. I don't know what to do. But I'm like kind of in shock, you know. I'm standing over him, and dude, his head's dented in. I mean, I see the guy come, and Lance Mountain's like, hey man, just back off. These guys are his teammates, his buddies, you know. They're like, no, he's got to back up. He's like, get out of here. And I was like, hey, gets nose to nose with me, and that was it, man.
Some security guard or some person wants to come onto the street course to try and enforce some sort of law that doesn't exist. You have guys that because they have badges or special shirts or walkie-talkies, they feel like they can put their hands on you or tell you what to do. I've always had a problem with authority, but I especially have a problem with authority at a skateboard event where I'm supposed to be the talent that's performing. These guys aren't there to put their hands on me, they're there to work for me. You know, these are the kind of guys that don't like skateboarding in the first place, so they come out on our street course and they decide they're going to put their hands or, you know, they're going to try and tell me what to do. Well, who do you tell? Who do you go to when this is supposedly the law? There's no one that's going to help you, so it's frontier justice. When there is no law, I'm the law. If more people thought the way I did and lived their lives the way I live my life, these problems wouldn't happen because it's about respect. Skate alright?
No, so shaky. Like it feels like my other leg's in the cast. I'm just like holding it like this and trying to skate.
You're gonna be with us tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
There's a fire. Oh, they could have had me.
Alright, how's it going? For how long have I been touring around the world? I've been touring the world since 1986.
So what do you actually do? Show some new tricks and...
No, I'll just go in there and attack that place. You got Arto Sari, you know, who is progressing and helping the sport evolve. And, you know, he's doing all the new tricks, but you know, that's he's a young guy. I'm an old guy. You know, I'm past that.
So how old are you?
I'm almost 30, and in skateboarding, that's pretty damn old.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. Is that it? We're done?
That's about it. Yeah. Maybe we will take some pictures when
Sure.
you go there.
Of course.
Chance of nothing in return. Eric Toston, where are you?
Jesus.
Second place went to Mike Vallely.
Get out of the way! Get out of the way! Ow! Ow! What do I win? Is this me? See me avoid those hugs? Yeah. Now you gotta avoid them.
I didn't want to touch any out.
No, dude. I gave him the vibe. I was like, uh-oh.
What's with this music?
I don't know.
All right.
Star Wars?
Whole hard cash.
Mike? U.S. cash.
Cool. Well, right on. We'll have a good summer, man. You too, Arto.
All right, later.
Are you recording?
Yeah, I'm recording. Yeah.
Is it going to record like that? Okay. Well, I wouldn't want to make any generalizations about Finland. I don't think that'd be right. I don't think that'd be my place to say anything like that. But the bottom line is that I've had a really good time here, and the Finnish skaters have been really great to me. And so I'm going home a happy man, and I'm glad I came. I go home for about a week and a half, and then I'm going to be doing a lot of skate camps in the States. I'll be in Pennsylvania.
Jesse, what's the story behind the pig?
We had ramp right here when I was 15 years old. Neighbors right across the street, they're looking at us right now. They didn't like it, so we had these big bushes up. Came home one day, my dad had cut down every bush in the yard, and so instead of them sitting on their porch looking at us skating, being pissed off, now she has to look over at the giant pig with skateboard wheels as the eyes, and then at nighttime the eyes light up, so she's always seeing the pig no matter what.
Like it's a landmark. Like you're a Graceland or something.
And, you know, going back to what these guys were talking about earlier about, you know, giving back to skateboarding or what you get out of skateboarding, for me, the real reward is getting to meet you guys and being able to pass on that passion and the power of skateboarding and the promise of skateboarding. And that's, for me, that's where it's at, you know. That was good. You just let your weight, you let your weight shift back too much. All right, let's see that rock fakie. Perfect. Perfect. Go for the kickflip. Oh!
Hi, 411 issue 32 or 3. Your anniversary, you said you might start skating vert again?
Yeah, it started yesterday. It hasn't been going too good.
I thought you did good.
Well, thanks, but hopefully by the end of next week it'll be a little bit better. I don't know, man. It's a whole other world up there, man. You know, I grew up going out the door and flowing, so I have nothing wrong with flowing my way over to the vert ramp and sessioning. If you know, I don't have a career there, I'll tell you that. You know, but I have fun there for sure. I leave the vert skating to these guys.
We're all so tough, we're all skateboarders. Mike's up last night. If you guys saw his chin last night, it looked like an upside down taco or something. It was just so split, and he's like, "You sure I gotta get stitches?" I'm like, "There's no question you gotta get stitches. I'm gonna look for myself." Yeah, I think I gotta get stitches. You know what I mean? Like, we're all so tough, but there's a point when you know you gotta seek professional help.
Hey, what happened to Kane? Did you see it?
I saw him sitting over there.
Oh, you didn't see? Oh, he's over here now?
Yeah, I saw him sitting over there.
Oh, really? He left on a stretcher and then he came back?
Yeah.
Third place, Black Label Rider, Christian Fita.
Third.
Damn, dude.
Hey, Fita!
Thank you.
You're welcome. Sweet tack.
Yeah.
Not top 3, dude. Top 3 with that haircut. Top 3 with that haircut. How'd you do it? How'd you do it?
What?
How'd you do it?
Yes,
Come on, talk to the camera. How'd you do it?
I guess I did good. I got third place.
Mike, you wouldn't happen to know how to break into a van, would you?
Yeah, just break the window.
Dr. Keys in there?
Yeah, you can see him from the outside. Let's see some aggression, some Mike V aggression.
All right, give me the board.
Hey, hold on. I think this one would be the best one. Or the other one on the other side. What do you think?
Yeah, let me get that heavier board.
That was hot.
One of the most commonly asked questions as a pro skater is, what's your favorite place to skate? And I usually tell people that wherever I happen to be, because as witty as that sounds, it's also a very honest answer. It's from moment to moment. But if I have to break it down, I break it down to Australia. The best place I've ever skated is in Australia. Not any particular park or particular spot, but just the vibe that's here, the energy that's here. As much as skating has evolved and progressed, and as many public parks as you guys have in Australia, there's still some sort of soul somewhat here. At least it has seemed to be that way at times I've been here. And other places I go, it's just really, void of that. It's just kind of like, kids on a piece of wood doing tricks and following trends and fads and not really being about anything. Skaters in Australia, they seem to be about something.
a new generation. They are the ones who represent a new train of thought. They are the ones who ain't gonna take no more.
Well, I have this strong need or desire to do my best to empower young people. I hope that somehow through my skating and through going out there and doing what I do, that skateboarding can be something monumental in your life, that it's not just this recreation, it is something so much more, and I just hope that somehow through my skating I can make believers out of other people. It seriously saved my life, and I've said it a million times, and I have it on t-shirts and everything, but it's not a joke, man, it's for real. Skateboarding has saved my life. I really believe that, and I think that skateboarding is so powerful it can save other people's lives.
Yeah, we made it far.
Yep.
Did 20 feet. It's better now than on the highway.
It's still there.
Now, Max, did you not realize that the trailer was not attached to the van?
It was attached. Tiny put it on.
You set it on the bumper?
To be honest with you, I've never been as well received anywhere else in the world as I have been in Australia as far as my skating goes. Like I feel like, geez, maybe I should move here. It's been that good. The skaters here have been that nice to me, and I've always felt welcome here. And the level of excitement when I'm skating is better than anywhere else I've ever been. It really made me feel really good.
Well, my daughter's 7 years old. That is something that, for me in my life, is the bottom line. That's what it's all about. It's family, and it's something I really believe in, and I feel like it's my contribution to life. It makes going away harder, being away harder. If anything, it inspires me to skate harder and try and go further. believe in what I'm doing, and I don't get paid for this. You know, I don't make money doing these demos. You know, I do this for free, and I think, you know, I think about the kids that have gotten the flyers, that know that I'm coming to their town to skate, and I remember when I was that kid waiting for the pros to come to town, and there's just no way I'm about to let those people down. They expect me to come, they expect me to skate, they expect me to skate my ass off, and that's what I'm going to do. Regardless of whatever ailments I have, I can rise above any physical pain for a couple hours. The skaters are worth it. Skateboarding's worth it.
We'd like Newcastle to give a great big welcome to the Decca and Black Label team, proudly brought to you here today by Koala Skateboards and Dewey Skate.
How long have you been doing the spoken word for? About 4 or 5 years. It feels like what I should be doing. It feels important to start some sort of dialogue, to open lines of communication and talk about things. I felt like I can only communicate so much through my skating, and that's what that's about. In 1984, I saw Black Flag play. At that show, I bought a t-shirt, and when I was buying the t-shirt, I also noticed there was a little Xerox book of writings there, and I said, what the hell's that? And the guy behind the counter said, oh, that's Henry Rollins' poems. I said, really? Give me one of those too. It definitely had an impact on me. I did an interview with him for another website, and actually went up and had a conversation with him and stuff, and It was really cool, man. I think the world of the guy.
When I'm done skating, man.
Huh?
When I'm done skating.
You can't forget. You can't forget.
Being skateboarders, we're definitely not world renowned. Not everyone knows who we are, but to kids that skate, we're everything. What comes about it is a heavy responsibility, and that's why I do what I do. I am who I am.
Tattoos are important as well. I see you have a lot of tattoos.
No, they're not important.
They're not important.
They're not important. They're kind of silly, actually.
Would you like a tattoo if I paid for you a tattoo in your forehead that said, "To be honest, I'm a nerd," or "I'm empty inside," or "Hit"?
Hey, how much do you pay for that mini disc recorder?
Well, I don't pay anything. It comes with the job.
Well, you might just lose it. What are you gonna tell your job?
What? Sorry.
Okay.
No.
Sorry. That's over with.
Lost by an echo I'd never have known. I've got pictures to prove I was there, but you don't care. Here's me overseas, across the pond.
Well, you don't need anything except for a skateboard and a love for what you're doing. That's all you really need. The rest will follow. To make it to the professional level, you need plenty of talent, and but you need that love needs to stay intact. I believe you have to really have a passion for what you're doing. I believe that's how I've continued to make a living as a professional, because I do have a passion for this sport, for lack of a better word, sport, and. I don't know. I can't really speak for anybody else but myself. I think for me, it's all about just love for skateboarding. That's why I'm a professional. That's why I will continue to be a professional. Mark, can I take this mic off?
I've got pictures to prove I was there, but you don't care. There's room to believe, out of sight, out of mind, out of reach. Start over.
Thank you.